I am a fighter, and my instinct is to fight through this controversy because I truly believe it is politically motivated. The best way I can help now is if I step aside and let government get back to governing.
And New York Governor Andrew Cuomo saying that he's a fighter, as you heard there, as he announces his resignation. Still has plenty of fights ahead. Joining us now is New York State Assemblyman Mike Lawler. So today, the GOP members of the New York State Judiciary put out a statement saying in part this: the Republican members of the Assembly Judiciary Committee remain committed to completing our impeachment investigation of the governor. So are you expecting then that impeachment to go through?
Well, I think the investigation absolutely needs to reach its conclusion, and the information obtained during that investigation needs to be released publicly. The public has paid for this investigation, and they have a right to know what has been uncovered. In addition, I believe very strongly that the Albany County Sheriff and District Attorney must follow through on their criminal investigation into the allegations against the governor. The Department of Justice must follow through on its investigation into the nursing home scandal, and the Attorney General must follow through on her investigation into the $5.1 million blood money book deal that the governor received.
Yeah, and these are some of the things that you've been mentioning. You know, 5 district attorneys have now made inquiries into the sexual harassment allegations. There's also, as you said, there's pending investigations for how the governor's handled the nursing homes situation and the state resources possibly used in his books. Where do you see, and you outlined some of those investigations, where do you see them ending up?
Well, I think the governor has serious criminal and civil liabilities, which is part of the reason that he resigned yesterday. I think it's obvious to anyone that's been watching that there are serious legal issues that have been raised. Obviously, the most egregious case was the allegation that the governor groped his executive assistant when it came to the sexual harassment allegations. But beyond that, the nursing home scandal, where he sent COVID-positive patients into nursing homes, resulting in nearly 15,000 residents dying, and then covered up the true toll of that death count. I think that, in my estimation, was criminal and warrants criminal charges against the governor and his senior staff. Melissa Rosa, who recently resigned along with the governor, I think many of them are going to be facing serious criminal liabilities. On
that front, I mean, we heard about the last-minute push from the governor, reportedly, his office saying, well, I won't run again, you know, therefore just let me stay in office here. Do you feel like, because this now resignation has happened and there's been that last-minute wheeling and dealing, there's some of that say, hey, you know, I'll resign now, but let's hold off on some of those investigations, or sort of put down some of those investigations specifically into the nursing homes?
Well, that was an attempt by a delusional sociopath to avoid any liability. But the simple truth is this. There are multiple investigations going on. Those investigations must be completed, and any and all criminal and civil charges must be brought against Governor Cuomo, irrespective of his decision to resign. We need justice for the victims, both the 11 women and the 15,000 seniors who died as a result of his decision to send COVID-positive patients into nursing homes.
Well, thank you, Assemblyman Mike Lawler. I appreciate it. Sure do. I'm sure we'll be calling on you. You have 14 days now that we're going to have to sit and wait for the governor's resignation to actually take place. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
For having me.